Hey yo, it's Nokutu here with a new comic book haul. Um, I think I mentioned this on the last haul that I posted a couple of days ago that I'd done a video first that was way too long, and so I split it into two parts, two videos. One that I posted a couple of days ago that was mostly, almost all exclusively Adam Hughes covers. There's a couple of other covers I think in there when Adam Hughes was the variant, but this is the other part. First, as always, I want to thank everyone who has taken their time to watch my videos and post a comment. I appreciate it. So let's get started. So these books are books that I purchased on eBay, also at local LCS while traveling, and then a few books while we were on vacation in Orlando. So what we have here first is a 1 in 10 variant from, what was that, March of 2021, the Stephanie Hans cover. That's actually my fourth copy, maybe fifth copy. That book has come down a lot. You know, if you remember when this book first came out, I mean, it hit upwards to $125 for a 9.8. I got this for under $50. Shipped, it was like $52. Um, Great looking cover by Stephanie Hans. I think that given time, this book will become hot again. So this has multiple first appearances: Kiev, Trennis, Great Storm, Stellan. What is this guy's name? Stellan Geos. I think they're on. I think it. Yeah, there we go. All those people there. But anyway, I remember when that book first came out, Star Wars: The High Republic. The 1 in 10 version here sold out immediately. Uh, Started hitting 120 bucks for a graded copy, and now it's fallen down. And so I bought that book, the 9.8 graded, because a seller that I bought some comics from, this was one of their books that he had, and he sold that for under $10. I mean, under $10 was a great price, and so I bought it. There was a discount on it to get it to under $10, but when I saw that it had fallen in price so much, I was like, well, I wonder how much a graded one was. And so when I did the search, I found that for under $50. I was like, well, I'm going to buy that too. So that's my fifth copy of Star Wars: The High Republic 1 in 10 variant by Stephanie Hans. Beautiful cover. Like Stephanie Hans, I really do like her artwork. All right. So also on vacation on Orlando, this was released that day when we went out that week. Rivals, Marvel Rivals, Hulk variant, um, Absolute Batman. What number is that? Number 5, regular cover. Now I found this. This was cover price. It's Jim Lee's Justice League Unlimited #1 with Hush on it. Thought that for cover price was worth it. And the store where I got the Adam Hughes 1 in 25 variant of The Last Boy. Like I mentioned in my last video, the guy had just been open for 2 weeks, had a newborn son that was 1 week, and so he was selling much of his own personal collection. So I kind of try to support his store by buying some books. This is Danger Girl #2, J. Scott Campbell, famous Bubble Bath cover. He had it for $10. I thought that was a reasonable price. Because they're in Orlando, they had some MegaCon exclusives, right? So this is the variant, but I don't really think it is. This is Monsters #3. There's a card on this book here that says it's a virgin variant, but I don't think it is. It's a limited. It's numbered, but I don't think this is a virgin variant. But MegaCon exclusive homage to Venom #3, obviously. Mark Spears Monsters #3. And this was the Comic Corner. The guy had purchased this, and this is Absolute Batman #1. I don't know which printing this is. Yeah, I can't tell without opening it up. However, it is signed by Scott Snyder. It is a homage to Akira, right? Absolute Batman. I do not think this is a first print. But irregardless, got that. You know, you can see the price on that. That was $70. This was $80. And what else did I buy from him? Let's see. And I picked this up at his store. It was a cover price. This is a Mark Spears variant to Vampirella number 676 Legacy Vampirella #1. And then the last book I bought from his store was this book. And I bought this. It was a graded Wheeljack Action Comics 1053, right? Beautiful cover. He had $100 on it, and I bought it. It's a beautiful cover, you know, for all the right reasons, right? We know why it's a hot book. That's probably the going rate, $100. And the reason I actually bought this book, believe it or not, was because it was in a case, and since we were traveling, I wanted to have something sturdy in my carry-on to put behind my book so they didn't bend. So with the case, you know, CGC case, it was a book I didn't have. I wanted it. And so, you know, to get it for $100, I'm like, why not? All right. Now, these books here, just kind of going on a bandwagon for Mark Spears, cover C print run. I like how they have a limited print run on all these different covers. #3, 5700 print run. I don't even know who that character is. This was the regular cover with Frankenstein on it. Right. Nice looking cover. This one here with Dracula, cover D, 5800 print run. This is Dracula with his brides, 8300. Nice looking cover. I don't know why, but she kind of reminds me of Cameron Diaz. And some more covers by Mark Spears. This is Silverhawks. That was a cartoon that came out, Silverhawks, on like Warner Brothers back in the day. I remember when it first came out. It didn't come. It was always hard for me to catch this cartoon because it came on in the morning and before school, and I was never up. I was always running late and never got to watch it that often. Silverhawks #1, Mark Spears. I actually like the Pirello cover better. Looks more like the cartoon, I think, #1. And then here's another Mark Spears cover. Onra from Thundercats. That's kind of a nice looking cover. And then the second print, which this book goes for some money. I don't. You know, the only book of monsters that I really, really liked that I missed was The Bride of Frankenstein #1. Now that book, this store had. Now I got this cover price because I pre-ordered it. But the #1 with The Bride of Frankenstein on a green background, he had that, but it was dinged in the corner. It had two really bad spine ticks, and on the all green cover was really visible, and he still wanted $249 for it. And um, probably a higher grade with no spine ticks is about $300, and I didn't think a $50 discount was enough for that book to give Kent that, so I didn't buy it. I debated about it. I really did. I think if he would have had a little bit more discount, I might have considered it, but not for $250. Another David. This is Derek Chew cover by I don't know when that came out, but I like Kylo Ren, so I went ahead and got that book. Didn't know much about this book, and I didn't know if I had this already, but he had it on the wall. This also at that store. I did buy this book from him. This is a 3D version of Hulk 340 by McFarlane. Comes with 3D glasses. So I said, why not buy that? And then also from that store, I got this. This is the foil variant of Zatanna 1 by Sozomaki. Is that how you say it? Sozomaki? Yeah, I think it's Sozomaki. My real name is Maki Sozo, the other way around, but that's what she goes by, Sozomaki. And then I got this. I never heard of this guy before, Dyke Ruin. This is Fantastic Four number 30. Came out a couple of Wednesdays ago. If you can't tell, it's a foil cover. I love the green with Doctor Doom, so I don't know what the print run on that is, a ratio, but I decided to buy that because the cover looks nice. Didn't know if I had ordered that already in my pull list, but so I, again, to support that store that had only been open for 2 weeks, and with newborn son, I went ahead and bought it. All right. What else do we got here? We will jack up there with Power Girl and her friends. All right, now I got these books here. These were all 50 cents, which they were loosies. They were unbagged, but they were 50 cents. I thought it was a great deal. This is Simon Bianchi, right, from Detective. $8.31. Definitely worth more than 50 cents. These were, despite them being loosies and unbagged, I mean, these were in really high grade near mint condition. They're crisp and clean, and I was really surprised that they were in such high grade. But $8.31 with the Harlequin, Simon Bianchi, number 832. $8.33 with Zatanna, and then another Zatanna cover, $8.34. They had a few others by him, but these were the four that were definitely worth more than 50 cents and that were still in high grade, so I picked those books up. All right. Now I've been looking for these books for a while, and I came across this in LCS in Orlando. I asked the guy if he would take a little less. He said no. And it never hurts to ask. But, when these books when this TV series first started streaming, this series was extremely hot and way more expensive. It's cooled down. I mean, they did. I watched the first season. It was okay. I didn't watch season 2, 3, and 4. I mean to at some point, but haven't gotten around to it. I think there's 4 seasons. I think I had 2 of these issues. Can't remember which one, but because he had the whole set for sale, I bought, and it was like the whole set was together. You couldn't split it up. I decided to go ahead and buy it because I think for the price, it was a reasonable price. Now, most of the books are in near mint VF, but since it's for my own personal collection, this is Umbrella Academy number 1. I bought it really because I like James Jean, the artist that did some comic covers. I mean, James Jean did the Umbrella Academy covers, the Free Comic Book Day cover, He did a run on Batgirl Volume 2. He did a run on Green Arrow. And he also did a run on... he did the first, 100 covers on Fables. Award winning. You know, he's one of those artists that did some comic covers versus comic covers that became an artist, if that's possible. But anyway, I've always wanted a series, and I've been watching it, and so finally I got it. Umbrella Academy #2 for $50, all 6 issues. So less than $8, right? $8 an issue. #3, gorgeous looking covers. #4, I'm pretty sure I have this copy. And I think I have not #5, but I think I have #6. So I'm glad to cross that off my list. The Free Comic Book Day. I'm still looking for a reasonable price near mint copy without a store stamp on it. I also seem to think that I when that book came out, I was always getting Free Comic Book Day books, and I can't imagine that I didn't pick up that book, but I haven't been able to find it yet. So, but I'll probably, that book has also come down. That used to be a $100 book. Graded, it's still probably about $100, but I want to get an ungraded one so I can keep it with this set. But I'll come across it at some point. These are some new Comic Book Day covers by Jenny Frison. Beautiful X Factor #5 with Polaris. I love the green. Love this cover too by Starfire from Titans. #21. Gorgeous cover. The pose is kind of a little, I like that. But this pose, she just seems kind of off. I don't know. And then this is a Jenny Frison 1 in 10 variant from 2024, Red Sonja #14. That also is a reprint of the original 20 years ago, right? No, not 20 years ago, because this is 2024. Now, so 10 years ago. And this is #15. This was also 1 in 10 variant. And then this was a 1 in 15, which is the same. And I'm pretty sure I have the original cover of that and the original cover from 2015. If you don't know, those Red Sonja original covers are pricey. I mean, they are easily $20, and they're always gone in the back issues if you look in Red Sonja for Jenny Frison's. So, all right. Now, I'm going to end this video with a couple of figures. These are also from vacation. My son is into Tamashii Nations, and we were in NYC. And we went to the only Tamashii Nations in America. If you don't know, there's 3 Tamashii Nation stores in the world. One is in China, one is in Japan, and one is in NYC that opened up in July of 2024. And so we got a few of their figures. This is Spider-Man across Spider-Verse. They're very highly articulate. They're expensive figures. Great looking figure. Then I got the Miles. And I don't know anything about this, but this is apparently, I got him because he just looked cool. Chainsaw figure man. Chainsaw Man, I guess he's called, right? Great looking figure, yeah. Then I got this I found recently. I got this. Vision's actually my favorite character, although I do like Superman. And that's the phasing. I don't know if you can tell. From Avengers Age of Ultron, #71, the Vision. And he's phasing there. So I've got a few pops that I've been collecting. And then I got this because I like Spider-Boy. Spider-Boy, yeah. And then We got me a Scotty Young from the Gentle Giant series, the Vision. Got a lot of Vision characters, and that's kind of cool. And then I got this online just the other day. Storm Shadow. Won that in an auction for pretty cheap. $15, which, you know, from G.I. Joe Classified. Sealed. Nice looking figure. Probably one of the better G.I. Joe Classified figures they made. I like Storm Shadow. Right. And then the last thing I got I want to show, because Easter is coming. I got this in Orlando. And that's R2 Bunny. B-N-E, Bunny. How about that? That's kind of cool. From the Droid Factory, Star Wars. Never seen it before, but we were there and I saw it and I thought, hey, that's kind of cool. So I picked that up. So that's my haul. And we'll talk later. Peace.